Racist jokes, they can happen anywhere. School, work, Thanksgiving dinner. So if someone tells a racist joke, how do you handle it?
You laugh, assuming the joke is funny, or you can fake laugh as to avoid awkward silence, or you can tell them the joke isn't funny, but don't say it's because of its racism, because that's not a valid reason to dismiss a joke. It's about content and timing, and most of all, relevance.
So you're at a party and someone tells a racist joke, and that guy in the ghetto is a cop. You know it's true. Do you A, give a sarcastic laugh? That's a good one. B, get mad and throw a chair? That was hilarious. Or C, Google, how do you respond to a racist joke?
Again, already answered. I don't understand the hatred toward jokes. They're just jokes. It's comedy. It isn't meant to be taken literally, and one key trait I find desirable in people is the ability to laugh at themselves, or laugh at stereotypes. Maybe at their ridiculousness or their irony, or whatever it may be. Learn to fucking laugh.
I'm gonna guess you went with C. Jokes come in all shapes, sizes, and in this case, colors. When it comes to racist humor, we're not just talking about being offended, we're talking about jokes being oppressive. So what's the difference? Offensive jokes hurt feelings or make people uncomfortable. Jokes that are oppressive don't just make people uncomfortable, they actually reinforce negative ideas about marginalized groups of people.
Jokes are fucking jokes. They aren't meant to reinforce stereotypes. They're meant to diminish stereotypes in the sense that we laugh at them and demean them and reduce them to comedy.
A study out of Western Carolina University analyzed how people's attitudes changed about particular groups based on the types of jokes they were presented with. What they found is that when people feel discrimination against a certain group is justified, disparaging remarks about that group don't really change your thinking on them. You're pretty much set in stone. But for groups where prejudice attitudes are shifting and being challenged, like women, LGBT folks, and people of color, negative jokes about those groups can release inhibitions, making some people believe the discrimination is justified.
Wait a second. What people? Who thinks discriminating is justified due to a joke? I'll tell you who, idiots, and idiots are going to end up being racist assholes regardless of jokes. Because they are idiots.
This also goes for ironic racism, like when Sarah Silverman did blackface. It's still blackface. No, but I'm like saying something racist to comment on how bad racism is. It's meta.
I hate Sarah Silverman, but that sounds like a completely reasonable and justified explanation. Let's see how you refute it.
TLDR.
TLDR? What the hell does that mean? To lick dog rectum? Hold on. Apparently it means too long didn't read. Wait a second, what? Didn't read what? Whatever.
Words mean things.
Words do mean things, that is correct. I would, however, question its relevance.
And they can influence people in negative ways, even if it's just a joke.
Again, same exact argument, and you didn't really refute the Sarah Silverman argument properly, so I'm going to assume you don't have a valid argument against social commentary. It's satire meant to mock racism for its stupidity, and if you're too stupid to tell, then you deserve to be oppressed.
So what do you do if you hear a racist joke? Here's what's worked for me. First, I ask myself, can I talk about this now? Basically, you gotta pick your battles. Not every situation is suited for don't be a racist 101. No, Grandma, this ends now. But if I can talk about it in that moment, I usually try one of these. The sarcastic approach. You know what's really funny? Ironic racism, still racist.
No, it's not. And if you really did have a serious issue with these jokes, why don't you legitimately argue them? Sarcasm doesn't belong in serious matters like this, does it? I guess it does. I guess you just take sarcastic approaches towards racism, which shows you really don't hate racism, as you don't care about it, which means you're pro-racism, which means you are a racist. I'm fucking triggered.
Go completely silent.
That's rather unkind to the joke teller. Why does it matter the topic? It's still a joke. It most likely doesn't reflect their beliefs. It simply reflects reality in a satirical manner. And comedy is difficult, so that's just an asshole thing to do, even if you don't find it funny.
Play dumb. I don't get it. I mean, This country was stolen from the Native Americans, built by slave labor, and founded by immigrants, so technically, wouldn't that make you illegal?
Why would you want to portray yourself as an idiot, especially of that level?
Reply with a judgmental GIF, or GIF if you're one of those. Or you can just unfriend them. I mean, you don't have to put up with that online or off. It's not your job to educate everyone.
Education isn't required for jokes. Good God, what the fuck? You're so fucking stupid.
When all else fails, just be honest and direct. Hey, that's not funny. I'm really not cool with jokes about people who already have it bad enough, so please don't say stuff like that around me.
If you're gonna tell them it's not funny, give them a valid reason. Not shit like, don't be mean to them. That's not funny because it's mean. All or most comedy is based on misery, so that argument does not work.
So does that mean everything is off limits? Not at all. I mean, technically, you can make jokes about whatever you want, but there will always be consequences. So using "it's just a joke" doesn't make it exempt from criticism, nor does complaining about political correctness. So
That's the combat to the criticism, you fucking moron, and it's legitimate.
there's an Asian guy, a black guy, and a Mexican, and oh shit, it's the PC police. Calling others the PC police basically says, I should be allowed to say whatever I want, but you aren't allowed to say whatever you want about whatever I just said.
No, it's making fun of people for being bitches. Nobody believes that you shouldn't be allowed to complain. We're just refuting your complaints by claiming you favor censorship of jokes just because they may or may not offend somebody somewhere, somehow.
Free speech doesn't work that way, so.
Nobody is saying it does. Only the PC are legitimately trying to censor. Look at fucking Anita Sarkeesian.
Good jokes should stand the test of time. But as our society progresses, our perception of what's funny evolves. So jokes that were funny 20 years ago might not fly today.
My God, she's fucking retarded. A better world isn't one in which a certain group of people can determine what's funny and what's not. Each individual determines that. By God, how can somebody be this stupid?
Political correctness isn't keeping anyone from making jokes. It's saying, we want a better world, so jokes have to be better too.
Okay, good God, she's fucking retarded. But don't get me wrong, she's hot as fuck.